Welcome back to the Declutter Revolution. Life today moves fast. We're busy, overstimulated, and constantly thinking about money, earning more, spending more, or feeling guilty for not managing it well enough. Many of us want a comfortable life, but somehow end up feeling pressured, overwhelmed, and disconnected from what truly matters. Spending becomes unbalanced, and without realizing it, money starts controlling our mood, our time, and even our sense of self-worth. In today's video, I want to gently slow things down. This is not about extreme saving or depriving yourself. It's about learning how to live enough. I'll be sharing practical habits, simple systems, and mindset shifts that help create a calm, sustainable relationship with money, one that supports real living, not constant pressure. If you've ever felt tired of chasing more while feeling less fulfilled, this video is for you. Let's begin. To begin, I want to talk about spending with clarity. I started by writing down every daily expense: coffee, lunch transportation, small online purchases, and service fees using a simple notes app or spreadsheet. Nothing fancy, just honesty. At the end of each week, the numbers quietly told a story. I noticed that a few cups of milk tea and casual snacks added up to the cost of a relaxed picnic with friends. Several small app subscriptions, which felt insignificant on their own together, equaled a movie night or a meaningful shared experience. Seeing this did not make me feel guilty. It gave me clarity. What surprised me most were the invisible expenses. Streaming platforms, I rarely used extra cloud storage. I forgot to cancel delivery fees that felt tiny but frequent. All of them quietly drained energy and money. Once I became aware of these patterns, adjusting felt natural, not forced. I kept what truly added value and let go of the rest. Tracking expenses this way does not restrict life. Instead, it creates space. When money is spent consciously, each choice feels calmer, lighter, and more aligned with a life that values sufficiency over excess. Tomorrow, I'll be sharing a new video about how I care for and sustain my living space in a simple, thoughtful way. It's practical, calming, and genuinely useful, something many of us quietly need. Don't miss it. Once I could clearly see my spending habits, the next step felt natural, creating a flexible budget. Now that spending feels clearer, let's move into budget that supports real living. Instead of strict rules, I chose a flexible structure that supports both responsibility and enjoyment. I begin by dividing my income into clear categories: fixed expenses, savings, flexible daily spending, and leisure. Fixed costs like rent, utilities, and transportation come first. Savings are treated as non-negotiable, even if the amount is modest. What truly changed my relationship with money, though, was allowing space for flexibility. Knowing there is room to breathe prevents the feeling of deprivation that often leads to overspending later. For example, I intentionally limit impulsive online shopping, but I still set aside a small monthly amount for books, online courses. These purchases feel nourishing rather than wasteful because they align with growth, not impulse. The same applies to leisure weekend coffee. A movie night, or a shared meal with friends all come from a clearly defined enjoyment budget. Because it's planned, I can enjoy these moments without guilt. Weekly planning also plays an important role. At the start of each week, I roughly outline expected spending and set gentle limits for fun money. This simple check-in helps me pause before saying yes to everything. When I do choose to spend, it feels intentional, not accidental. A flexible budget doesn't restrict life, it protects it. It allows money to support learning, connection, and rest while still maintaining balance. Living within this structure feels calm, realistic, and sustainable, not tight or stressful. With a flexible budget in place, I started to think beyond daily expenses and ask myself how I could gently prepare for the future without fear or pressure. At this point, I'd like to share saving with purpose, not pressure. Instead of seeing it as money taken away from daily life, I began treating it as a way to protect peace and create future ease. Life is unpredictable. Appliances break, health expenses appear, or unexpected repairs are needed. Having a small reserve for these moments prevents stress and removes the need to rely on credit or last-minute borrowing. Even a modest emergency fund creates a sense of security that quietly supports everyday decisions. Beyond emergencies, I also create separate savings for specific goals. Travel, a new laptop, or a professional course all feel more achievable when they are planned in advance. Rather than saving vaguely, I name each fund clearly. This turns saving into something tangible and motivating, not abstract or heavy. A practical approach is setting aside 5 to 10% of monthly income for these goals. The amount does not need to be large. Consistency matters more than speed. Small choices make a real difference, skipping a few unnecessary purchases, reducing impulse spending, or using money saved from rarely used services. Over time, these small redirections quietly build into something meaningful. What I appreciate most about this method is the emotional relief it brings. When savings are intentional, spending feels lighter and less conflicted. There is no constant worry about what-if situations because preparation already exists. Saving this way does not limit life, it supports it. It allows present comfort, while gently preparing for future needs, creating a rhythm of sufficiency rather than pressure. Saving and budgeting became much easier when I stopped guessing and started tracking. Next, we come to expense tracking can feel light. I used to think tracking expenses would make life feel tight and joyless. In reality, it did the opposite. Writing things down brought clarity, not pressure, and helped me feel more at ease with my money. An expense tracker is simply a way to see where money truly goes. Whether used by an individual or a household, it turns vague guessing into something concrete and calm. The first step is listing fixed monthly costs: electricity, water, internet rent, school fees, gym memberships, and any regular savings. These numbers rarely change, but seeing them written down creates a stable foundation. After that comes daily spending. Groceries, fuel, coffee, snacks, household items, small online purchases, everything is noted honestly. Keeping the tracker visible, such as on a refrigerator or work desk, makes updating easy and natural. It becomes part of daily routine rather than a task to avoid. At the end of each week or month, adding up the totals reveals a clear picture that memory alone can never provide. One of the biggest benefits is noticing how small expenses quietly grow. A few cups of coffee, frequent delivery fees, or spontaneous online deals may feel insignificant in the moment, but together they can equal a meaningful experience or savings goal. Seeing this is not about blame, it simply invites better choices. It becomes easier to set a realistic budget and gently adjust habits without feeling deprived. Another quiet gift of tracking is confidence. When spending is visible and intentional, guilt fades. Buying essentials or things that truly matter no longer feels heavy because there is an understanding of what is affordable and why. Money starts to feel supportive instead of stressful. A helpful addition is a simple wish list. When the urge to buy appears, writing it down instead of purchasing immediately creates space to think. By the end of the month, many items naturally lose their appeal. Categorizing expenses, food, transport, learning, entertainment gifts also helps reveal personal priorities and patterns. Used gently, an expense tracker is not about control. It is about awareness, balance, and learning to spend with calm intention rather than constant second-guessing. As my awareness grew, I noticed that many spending triggers didn't come from need but from impulse. As awareness deepens, we naturally arrive at choosing value over trends. Before buying anything, I compare prices, wait for sales, and look for items that are durable and multifunctional. One well-made household item often lasts for years, while cheaper alternatives quietly cost more through constant replacements. Clothing taught me a similar lesson. Instead of chasing trends, I now choose simple, basic pieces that are easy to mix and match. A neutral shirt or a comfortable pair of trousers serves me far longer than a trendy item that feels outdated within months. I still enjoy promotions and discount codes, and sometimes I shop together with friends to share deals and reduce costs, but only for things I genuinely need. The 24-hour rule became my strongest boundary. When I feel tempted, I write the item down and wait a day. If I still feel it adds real value, I buy it calmly. Most of the time, the desire fades. I remind myself, do I truly need this now, or am I responding to emotion? Buying another beautiful top makes little sense when my wardrobe already has similar pieces in good condition. Social media makes this harder. Influencers and short videos are designed to spark desire, not reflect reality. I've learned to pause and ask, this works for them, but does it suit my body, my lifestyle, and my budget? Trends are often expensive and quickly forgotten. Smart shopping is about restraint, not restriction. When I choose intentionally, my money feels lighter, my home feels calmer, and I enjoy what I own without guilt. Over time, I realized that smarter spending isn't just about techniques, it's deeply connected to how we view money itself. Now let's pause and reflect on money as a tool, not a measure of worth. Over time, I learned that money is important, but it should never dominate the way we live. A healthy relationship with money begins when we recognize its role a supportive tool, not the center of our identity or happiness. There were periods when I took on extra work to increase my income, and I am grateful for those efforts. Yet I also learned to protect my time and energy. I allowed myself to rest, to learn new skills, and to meet friends without feeling guilty for not being productive. Balance matters. When spending is thoughtful and aligned with real needs, there is no reason to feel shame or anxiety about it. Understanding what valuable spending means changed everything. I began choosing expenses that supported my health education, meaningful connections, and genuine enjoyment. When money is earned through honest effort, we naturally respect it more. This respect leads to calmer decisions, less impulse, more intention. Money serves life, not the other way around. There are many forms of joy that require little or no spending: a long walk, a deep conversation, caring for one's body, or simply being present. I stopped chasing luxury items that promise confidence on the surface. Instead, I slowed down and listened to what my body truly needed. Skincare became a clear example. I no longer believed that more products or higher prices meant better results. My skin responded best to simplicity, gentle cleansing, proper hydration, and consistency. One well-chosen moisturizer did more than a shelf of expensive products. The same principle applies to life quality over excess. When money is seen as a means rather than a measure of worth, spending becomes lighter. We work diligently, spend wisely, and live fully without pressure, comparison, or unnecessary sacrifice. When money stopped defining my worth, I naturally began to see more value in what I already had around me. When money no longer defines us, we rediscover the joy of using what you own. I began to realize that a lighter life often starts with a pause. Before buying anything new, I now ask myself a simple question. Does this truly add value, or am I trying to fill a momentary feeling? This habit alone has changed the way I relate to money, space, and contentment. Enjoyment does not have to come from constant purchasing. Making tea or coffee at home has become a small, daily ritual, calm, familiar, and surprisingly grounding. It costs less, but more importantly, it creates presence. In the same way, rediscovering clothes already in my wardrobe by mixing and matching has helped me see abundance where I once saw limitation. What used to feel old often just needed attention and creativity. I also learned that caring for what we own is a form of self-respect. washing clothes properly, storing them thoughtfully, and repairing small issues before they grow extend the life of everyday items. Simple habits. Cleaning kitchen tools after use, organizing drawers, or maintaining electronic devices prevent unnecessary replacements and reduce quiet stress. When things are cared for, they feel more valuable even if they are not new. At home, small touches make a difference. A potted plant. Natural light or simple decorations using existing items can refresh a space without spending much. These changes shift focus from acquiring to appreciating. Over time, this mindset has softened the urge to buy impulsively. Satisfaction now comes from using caring for and enjoying what already exists. Life feels less rushed and more intentional. By choosing appreciation over accumulation, everyday living becomes calmer, more meaningful, and quietly fulfilling. Finally, we arrive at spending on what truly matters. Understanding personal values brings a quiet sense of direction, especially when money decisions feel overwhelming or confusing. True values often reveal themselves through what brings lasting joy. For many people, this means prioritizing experiences and connection over accumulating things. Sharing a home-cooked meal, planning a simple picnic, visiting a museum, or attending a small concert with loved ones often leaves a deeper imprint than giving or receiving expensive gifts. These moments stay in memory long after objects lose their novelty. There is also meaning in the process, not just the outcome. Making a favorite drink or baking at home turns an ordinary moment into something mindful. The act of slowing down, using familiar tools, and enjoying each step creates satisfaction that cannot be purchased. These rituals cost little but offer consistency and comfort in daily life. Spending aligned with values can also extend outward. Small acts of generosity, volunteering time, donating within one's means, or supporting a cause thoughtfully often bring a sense of purpose that buying for oneself does not. Giving becomes intentional rather than performative, rooted in care instead of obligation. This approach naturally filters out unnecessary spending. When choices are guided by values rather than trends or social pressure, shopping becomes calmer. Before buying, asking whether something will offer long-term joy or simply a temporary thrill helps avoid regret and clutter. Many purchases that once felt necessary quietly lose their appeal under this lens. A simple but powerful practice is journaling about spending, separating purchases that brought genuine satisfaction from those that caused regret. Reveals clear patterns over time. These reflections make it easier to refine habits and spend in ways that feel aligned and meaningful. When money supports what truly matters, life feels lighter. Spending becomes an expression of values rather than a reaction to impulse, creating a steady sense of contentment and balance. At its core, living well with money is not about restriction, but about clarity, balance, and intention. When spending, saving, and budgeting are done gently and consciously, money becomes a quiet support for a calmer, lighter life, not a source of pressure or guilt. If you're watching this and feeling tired of constant comparison, impulse spending, or financial anxiety, I want you to know you're not alone. These habits are not about perfection. They are about meeting yourself where you are and choosing what truly supports your life, one small step at a time. I also have a separate video focused on how I care for and sustain my living space in a simple, mindful way, a natural continuation of everything we talked about today. You should watch it right after this video. It's deeply practical, grounding, and full of things you'll genuinely need. Missing it would truly be a loss. If this video feels helpful, please like, share, and subscribe because you deserve a life that feels calmer, richer, and more enjoyable. And don't forget to pass these ideas on to your friends and family too.